Alright, hey guys. Welcome. Crap, I didn't save it. Darn it. Alright, well, I forgot to, do a certain thing to the game. Therefore, all the progress I did last episode is gone. So you know what I think I'll do? I'll show you my big file. And I think I'll start a new Stick Ranger with a different layout than this, because, to be honest, this is not a very good layout. Alright, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back now. This is my gigantically massive file, and I have beaten it. This is the last level, and besides that one. I only have 2 levels left that I have not beat before. It's this one and that one. As you can see, I am a level 69, of course I am. That just figures. This is the boss. I haven't done Frozen Lake either. There's lava. I've got the level of weapon is 6 up here. Yeah. When I make the new filing and make it big, a better build. Build means your setup. So this guy is a defense priest. He has 20 defense, and a 79% increase of attack power. This guy has 116% attack power increase and a 5 defense increase. Now what this does to this guy, he already has 88 to 96 damage, and this guy is 32 to 49. Watch what happens when they have the aura. 259 to 283, and 94 to 144. The original weapon damages are shown at the side. I can't move my mouse away from the thing. I can't click on it because it'll pick it up. But the original weapon damages are there to the side. This is a charge punch. It's very, very powerful fire-based attack when it activates. You know what? I'll show it off. I will show what that thing does. It is pretty cool, to be honest. I'll do it here. Why not? Alright, only my... Never mind. Alright, hopefully he'll actually get to use... Actually, you know what? No, I won't go here. I hate that place so much. Is that a fine place? Yes. Okay, that. That is the most awesome looking fire thing ever. I think it looks amazing. Now I better switch back to that before I die. Of course I'm not going to die. That is an amazing looking effect. This is where I got it. You have 2 options. Buying one with only 1 compo slot or with 2. And one is 10 times the price, of course. The wind sword is just for length. I don't know what the pyramid bow does, but apparently it's poison. The atomic ray shoots through stuff. The highlight staff, I don't remember. I know it's just got a bunch of high range. Except this is longer and better. The missile is a missile that does gigantically massive and insane amount of damage. Freeze whip is obviously freeze. The Chakram, I'm not sure what the ability of this one is. I don't know. But it's probably like the Sonic Knuckle, how it hits multiple enemies. Which, when... I'll go just here for example's sake. There. That little aura-like thing that pops up whenever he hits something. Right now, he cannot withstand a full blast of fire from this guy, but if I move him out of the way a little bit, he can. Which is what I do when I fight him. This is where I got the Vampires card for. 8% of the damage you do goes toward your HP. That's why he's healing 20. And not like 7 or something. Or 1s. No, you don't. I don't need him dying. Wait. Oh, he can withstand it, but he can't heal fast enough for to withstand 2. So that's a note. That's new. I didn't know that. It's been a while since I fought that guy. Well, he didn't drop anything except for like $3,000 and 1 EXP since I'm several levels ahead of him. Anyway, that's the ability of Sonic Knuckles. Here I can show off what spirits do. Spirits are items that add a special ability to each kill. So, such as this, where there's a 20% chance that whenever an enemy dies, I'll go here since there's more enemies. There's a 20% chance that, if you can see it, it's probably really hard to see in this map, but a bunch of white, bluish smoke comes out, and it slows stuff down. As you can see, there's the combo items are right here when it pops up. There's Thunder 1. There's a 50% chance that a lightning bolt will strike a random enemy or the next one in line when something dies. This is where you buy them, or yeah. There are several levels of them, but you can only buy these 2 here. You can't buy this. You have to get it from the last boss, or at the moment last boss. And it's a 100% chance that whenever an enemy dies, that it will outburst 3 puffs of flame. I don't have this equip on any of my weapons because I got rid of it for that. Now on to stones. I'm kind of explaining this so I don't have to when I create the new file. The stones... Actually, you know what? I think I've already explained stones. So, I should explain auras. The auras add on after everything else, but they are collective. So there's a total of like 195% right there out of the 2 of them, which is why there's 1 aura, not like 2 stacked on top of each other. Without them, he does 80, 88, 80, 96, and without this 40% attack increase, he does 60 to 69, which is about the same of the base attack power. So what it does is with each guy, it adds on to the already increased power. Oh wait, that's the magician. I didn't want him. So with this guy who has 79%, it'll add 79% to this and this. And then with this, it'll add another 100, and it'll collectively add 195%, which adds up to that gigantic amount. The aura calculations are after this, so it doesn't, like, if you have this, if you added these on before you added that, it would probably be more. Just like, the Vampires card isn't the base damage, it's after your, your total damage done. The agility is frames. I don't know if I've explained that before. The range is different, though. Range is displayed like this. It's a box instead of a sphere, which is very odd but very nice, because you can be a... It's very odd for him still to have a thing up here, but let's see, where's the edge of it? It's right, okay, it's right around here that the edge of the box is. Now you can, if you can see it flashing red, and if you can see the numbers changing, that's about where the range of one of those guys is. And can't really display it with this guy because he's not got any auras or anything, like personal making himself auras. Okay, next thing, magic. Magic weapons do not like, let's say you have this. Let's pretend it's 3 MP instead of 300, which it's displayed below the type and the attack power of the type. Let's pretend that's 3. If you attack something with that, it will, and let's say you have 1 magic, and you're attacking something, it'll take 3 hits for it to activate, and on the 3rd hit it will. Let's say you have 2 magic. It will take 2 hits to activate no matter what. It will always go 2, 1, or 2, 1, 2, 1, as in it's 2 completed, moving back to 0, 2 completed, moving back to 0, and the moving back and completed are the same thing, not 2 different stages. But when you have over the number, let's say it's 3 mana but it takes 4, or I mean, you have 4 but it takes 3, it'll just constantly activate, and or if you have 6 and it only takes 3, it won't do double the stuff, it'll just do it once. Okay, the cards are very varied. Very varied. This is kind of a awkward one to talk about, but I'll begin here since it's the most awkward. The penetration is, I think, the chance of hitting through multiple enemies. Like, it hits one guy, it's a 25% chance of going through him, and then if it hits another thing, it has a 25% chance of then. Which, Pierce's card 4 is a 100% chance. I haven't seen it really work. Probably didn't have it on the right guy, but anyway. Guide length really isn't for any of these guys. They don't have any projectiles except for... No, none of my guys have projectiles, I think. Unless these are. What it does is it'll add 10 pixels, I guess, to the guide length, like if it'll curve or not. Let's say the enemy is right here, and you're shooting right here. Originally, it'll go like that, but if it moves over here in the time it takes, it'll try and do that. If you don't have the guide length, it'll eventually run out of guide length. And if it moves away, it'll just keep going straight. Bullets card. This will increase the number of projectiles created by a magical effect, or the number of little sonic booms this makes. Like how there was the boing, I don't know how to describe it. I said it was an aura. That's really not the right word, but anyway. It'll increase the number of them, but that's not really what it's for. It's actually for things like this, where it'll emit a single poison needle. It'd emit 2 needles instead of 1. Or this, where it'd probably emit, instead of 5 fiery spikes, 6. I don't know about that, I haven't tried it. Quicks card, it'll take off 10% of this, that's kind of basic. Length of sword, that's obvious. 20% length, that's actually range, is what it should say, but it gets the job done. I don't understand explosion damage yet. I don't get it. I haven't seen it ever activate, so I don't get it. This is self-explanatory. This is also self-explanatory, except for the fact that it's, again, the same as this. It adds it on first. And the defense, I guess I should explain, it's you're going to take 50% more damage. And I think it's 50% more, and then it adds on the auras. I haven't tried that yet. This is only for boxers, which is why there's a glove. I guess it just makes just like this one makes the sword longer visibly, this will make the gloves bigger. And this, I guess, I've never seen this work. I don't understand it. Again, 25% chance of knockbacking 20 pixels, I guess? I don't know. And there's the reflection. It's only for rangers, I think, where if it shoots, it has a 25% chance of hitting down there, and then just boing, boing, boing. I'm not sure if it's like 25% chance, and then it's always going to bounce, but that's what happened in the desert map on one of my prior files. Now we go on to the gems. Rubies, this is only for special effects, like poison length. I have an Emerald 5 and a Peridot 1. Peridots increase poison length, which is the time, and emeralds increase the attack power of it. Which I can't take off that emerald to show it, but I think it was 4-4. Because, yeah, it would have been 4-4. No. Yeah, 4-4. Which is 4. For every frame, it will deal 6 to 7 damage, or 4-4 if it didn't have the emerald on it. 6 to 7 damage, and for 1.3 seconds. I don't know how many frames that is, so don't ask. This is kind of obvious. That's self-explanatory since I already explained the length. Ice damage, that's also obvious. Cold effect. Cold effect is actually a bit like slowing stuff down. I don't have any weapons like that. The only thing I have is freeze, which I believe you've seen that, where it freezes something in place and can't move or attack. This is the percentage that it slows an enemy down. Like, it'll be going, let's say the base is 20% slower. You'll add another 5% onto that with Aquamarine 1. This is 0 because all thunder weapons have a 1 to whatever damage, so it doesn't add to the base damage. However, if you have an aura, it will increase that. The emeralds is, I already explained that, and that's already self-explanatory. Next is the crystals. This is the same as an aura. This is the same as an aura, except it only works on, like, fire attacks, like a flame. I think it also decreases the amount of time you're poisoned by 10% and frozen by 10%, stuff like that. This is a chance of doing 0 damage. It is the only way. It can go up to 50%. I already showed you that, and this is self-explanatory since it's just adding 1 to there and 3 to there. Stones I've already explained. Now for charms. Oh, wait, no, not charms. Medals. This doesn't mean the bronze medal is a drop rate. This is Onigiri drop, gold up, EXP up. This doesn't mean it's going to add a full 10% to the drop rate, like an original 3% to 13. It's actually going to add it to make it 3.3%. Which, and if it's 10, it'll make it 11. If it's 100, it'll be 110, which is kind of dumb since you can't really go over 100. But if it was 90% drop rate, it'd be 99, and you'd have very low chance of not getting it. I don't understand the Onigiri drop chance. I think it's a 20% chance base, so it'd be 22%. I don't know. I've never wikied it. That's self-explanatory. Whatever you pick up is going to be 10% more. I don't know if it works on shop-sold items, and this makes sense too. But if it's like giving you 1 EXP, it'll still give 1, since 10% of 1 is 1.1. That's too small. Now for charms. This is just simply you won't have this effect chance. Like, you have a 50% chance of getting hit with a poison cloud and not being poisoned, getting hit with a freeze thing and not being frozen. It's like that really should say slowed down, but ice makes sense too. Or maybe cooled down would work too. That means it'll be, you know, a 50% chance of not being slowed down. I do have a freeze charm 4 on the charge punch, which you probably saw earlier. It's a 95% chance of no freeze, which is extremely good. Alright, I believe that has summed it all up. After every thing, one of these, there's a boss. There are 3 towns, village, town, and a resort. I don't know what's over here or here, since I haven't beat them yet, but there's probably Mountain 3 right there. And this frozen lake is probably like Oasis and Lake. Towns you can buy. Oh, the books. That's what I should do next. Books are something when you can buy for a very high price, like this. Look at this, 21,000 for this one, 22, 3, 4, blah 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 blah. And this is actually a thing. If you can see, these are question mark, question mark, question mark, because I haven't explored them yet or beat the boss. They cost extremely high amounts, and that'll do it. I think that's pretty much everything in the game. I have completed this. I beat the last boss. I guess that's really all you can say. And trying to think of anything else I should say. Inns heal you. That's kind of obvious. This is the only hidden stage without ... These castles and pyramids are mega boss things, and yeah, I'd say that about sums everything up in the game that I didn't explain the first episode. So yeah, all right. This will really inform you of what it's like to be all calculation-y and all that jazz. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like, comment on what I should do next, like a series or something. If you want, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I am Fineline Firing, and I bid you all farewell. Wow. I am Fineline Firing, and I bid you all farewell. Have a nice day.